Welcome everyone to Satoshi Chats episode 5. I am Jack,
And my name is Casey.
and today we'll be discussing trading versus holding. And before we talk about that, I just want to give a little news update. MicroStrategy, a large um, tender in the BTC world, has just purchased 2,500 Bitcoins for approximately 50 million in cash. And now they hold about 40,800 Bitcoin. Wow, that is uh that is quite historical,
Yeah,
as the
amazing.
Testamite replied.
Yeah, seriously.
Now, today is December 4th, 2020, and the price of Bitcoin is $18,800. Ethereum is $576. Now, Casey, what we'll be discussing today a little further.
So, in specific, we're going to be talking about trading versus hodling, not holding, hodling. Let's first talk about what hodling, quote unquote, is.
Oh yes, we have a nice graphic for the viewers.
Yeah, um, you can read that as we speak. Uh, to put for the audio for short terms, hodling is just holding on for dear life. It is truly just holding on to your Bitcoin. Um, so, uh, as opposed to trading, which is uh, any sort of short term, medium term, anything less than 5 to 10 years. Truly, I would consider trading Bitcoin. Now, obviously, people have different goals in life, um, but I'm thinking more. I think this episode is more reflective along the lines of like people who are looking to make a quick dollar on Bitcoin, right, Jack?
Yeah, like it's more of a mindset on Bitcoin rather than a way to get rich. Um, because all of these traders, because Bitcoin is so new and so volatile, it's incredibly um, unpredictable to predict the price, you know? So, I mean, that's the whole point of holding is because you're holding through all the dips, but you're also, gaining on all the pumps and you don't have to time anything. You don't need the stress of having made a mistake and you could have won a lot of money or you just losing a lot of money. Um, and that's why holding is a lot better, just in terms of emotional state. It's a lot better.
Yeah, like an emotional state has a lot to do with it. Like I really think a lot of people don't understand like what Bitcoin has the potential to move like, unless you were like someone buying in 2017 and stuff and trading then. Uh, I think like people don't understand like uh, when the real bull market comes, like we've had a good bull market recently, but when the real bull market comes, it's going to be really difficult to do any sort of logical trading. It would really be best to just kind of be holding on.
Yeah. So, what a experience. Um, what what would you say your level of experience is with trading?
Yeah.
As a segue onto talking about trading.
So myself, I actually started out my little financial journey with forex trading. I'm sure many of you have seen the Instagram posts and all that about forex trading. Uh, I do believe that there is a real market for forex trading. I think one needs a lot of capital and a lot of knowledge on the market to know what they're actually doing. And I had neither of those. And most people who trade Forex, at least retail, have neither of those. So, anyways, where I was going with that is I don't have too much uh, experience trading, but I have done it before. I did it for a time. And from what I learned, it was all about the zero sum game, right? Either you're winning or you're losing, but there's really no value being created, so it's difficult for it's difficult for one to make money without having some sort of edge. That's what I found out, and I had no edge. So there we
Right,
are.
like I feel like trading completely, it's like you don't trade gold, you know? I mean, not not in the short, I mean, I guess you can in the short term to make some money if you're speculative, but like it's just I feel like Bitcoin isn't meant to be traded like you would Forex or stocks or whatever because it's a sound money. So why would you want to sell it in the first place?
Right. It's like if I told you, hey, Tesla is coming out with the greatest technology of all time, and their stock's going to go up 100,000%, whatever. Uh, and then you were like, well, I might just like try and buy it and sell it at a better time. You know, it's
Yeah,
like why, if and obviously, maybe for the Tesla stock example, I would not have a time frame to give you, so you might think that you could get in at a better time. But I think, as we always say on the Satoshi chats, we're not price predictors because it's extremely difficult to predict the price. And
right.
if you're if you have no edge in Bitcoin future price knowledge, which doesn't exist because no one knows where the Bitcoin price is going, um, then, well, unless you're a humongous whale, but then, yeah, it's just useless to try and time that on a retail level, I think.
Right. Like everyone, like it's just like you have like $500 in Bitcoin and you really think you're gonna make some money trading. Like I don't think so.
Yeah, like if
Might as well
you're
just buy it and hold it.
yeah, like if you're listening to this podcast taking us seriously, you're not a real trader. So you definitely shouldn't be trading it. Like the people who are actually trading Bitcoin are like hedge fund managers, like people who,
People that own a lot of Bitcoin.
yeah, they own a lot of Bitcoin. They know what they're doing with it. And really, most importantly, people who are actually trading Bitcoin have a store of Bitcoin that they hold on to themselves that they don't trade. It's
Like
not like
yeah,
it's not like the big whales who are sending millions of dollars of Bitcoin around aren't holding on to a solid, sizable portion of that. I mean, they might be trading with
right,
thousands of Bitcoin, but I'm sure they have thousands of Bitcoin hidden somewhere else.
right.
Yeah,
Cold storage that they never touch.
yeah, exactly. Only a dumb person would have a higher percentage allocated to like a trading portfolio for crypto than a hodling portfolio. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what are some other reasons of why holding is better than trading?
Let's talk about the whole stock to flow. There's not any more going to be made thing, scarcity. Um,
Yeah,
the
I mean
Satoshis you
that's
can acquire now, are
yeah,
so
there's
massive.
yeah, it's a lot of Satoshis compared to the price that they are priced at right now.
Yeah,
Why would you risk trading? Why would you be short anything when in the short term it could spike like unexpectedly to a ridiculous number and you would miss out on it. So that's why I never short. If anything, I back when I used to trade a little bit, I went long, but I don't even trade anymore. So
yeah. I mean, going long on leverage on Bitcoin, I get it. You're just going to make more money when Bitcoin goes up. But shorting Bitcoin is just not a good idea, I don't think. I mean, yeah, who am I to say? I have no trading experience. But what I do know about hodling is that it gives you advantages in terms of averaging out your costs. It gives you advantages in terms of trying to time your selling because you will have the maximum amount of Bitcoin available to you uh, at your usage at all times because you haven't sold any of it. So in that term, like you can always time the best time to sell if you're looking to sell, because that's what traders are doing. They're looking to sell at some point. So if you're looking to sell, if you hold until the right time is, uh, you will you'll essentially be able to time it perfectly because then you can pick when you want. Whereas if you're trading it, you might have already sold most of your Bitcoin. Who knows? If you have a bad position, you might even be short on Bitcoin. So it's like it's a yeah. I think it all goes back to like what I was saying. Like anyone who's trading Bitcoin should already be holding Bitcoin, and in that case, you have more Bitcoin than we can be telling you to do with. So
Yeah, if you're trading Bitcoin and you have less than 10 Bitcoin, you shouldn't be trading Bitcoin.
yeah, that Bitcoin should be locked away, very secure. Not on a, because that, I mean, essentially, if you're trading it, that usually means you've got it on a hot storage of some sort.
Right,
So,
in a risky wallet,
yeah, having a,
very
more
hot
than a
wallet.
Bitcoin on a hot wallet, you better have 10, 20, 30 plus.
Yeah,
Yeah. Um, and so I think this, uh, a good example or a good reason for all of this is people haven't priced in Bitcoin's actual price at quote unquote. And what I mean by that is no one understands what the value of Bitcoin is yet. You know what I mean?
it's just like people trying to value like internet stocks in, 1999 or something. It's like
Yeah,
they don't know what like the internet has infinite possibilities just like Bitcoin has infinite possibilities. So it's tough to value until those possibilities are actually come into fruition.
literally. That's a good way to put it. We literally cannot predict the future about Bitcoin. Like, and so a lot of like the reason Michael Saylor bought $50 million worth of Bitcoin today is because he knows that he paid a bargain price for those, and that
Yeah,
those
just a
are
quick
going up vast.
just a quick fact. The total amount of Bitcoins that uh, Michael Saylor or MicroStrategy actually owns is 40,800, and that is 0.0019% of all the Bitcoin that will ever exist. And that seems like a small number, but in reality, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of Bitcoin for sure. Um, yeah, it's really
It's
amazing to think
I think
that.
that's actually
Mhm.
it's a fifth of a. Let me do the math here. Yeah, it's a fifth of a percent.
Yep, yeah. So
So
pretty major in terms of like and like that's one of the bigger whales like people know, like it's a lot of
yeah,
whales
like the
obviously.
Winklevoss twins, like to give a little perspective, the Winklevoss twins own like 1%, rather than MicroStrategy owns a fifth of 1%. So
They're both so much. It's so much. It's just ridiculous.
yeah,
Yeah, and it's interesting. Like I was looking at the Bitcoin Wikipedia page, like the literal Bitcoin one, and I was like, wow, like the some of the entries were from November this year. Were like right now, just so recent. Like history being made in front of our eyes, especially with like the Michael Saylor purchase and stuff. Like,
yeah,
economic students, investment students, everyone will be watching this for decades to come. And like, I wonder, it makes me wonder about like all the billionaires recently coming out, like whether or not they have major positions or what.
yeah,
I mean, they
yeah. It's
must.
pretty crazy. Yeah, Elon Musk needs to acquire his first purchase. Will, if he does, will probably be like 80,000 and just outperform
I,
Michael Saylor.
I wonder if a lot of the billionaires and stuff already have some, and just
Yeah,
who
just
knows
don't think.
who the whales are. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, so I think, I think it's really just a testament to holding the way that these big money guys are buying large amounts. They're certainly not buying it so they can sell it on Binance the next day.
yeah.
Um,
The MicroStrategy plans on a holding for 100 years.
yeah,
I mean, I'm sure he just threw the number 100 years out, but I'm sure once that year 100 hits, I'm sure they still won't even sell it.
Yeah, no, as long as MicroStrategy is around, that those bitcoins are not being touched most likely, and uh, it's it that company will be so.
Yeah,
Funnily
that'll
enough,
be like one of the main company, like the most valuable companies.
yeah, it will certainly be, and I hope Michael Saylor is like one of those like good leaders of Bitcoin, because he'll have so much sway with all that wealth and stuff. I hope that he can use his company MicroStrategy to like actually advance Bitcoin. That would be cool.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I think we should talk a little teaser for our next
Oh yes.
um, episode. All right, in episode 6 of Satoshi Chats, we're going to be talking about stores of value. Obviously, we're going to be discussing Bitcoin, but we want to discuss other stores of value such as paintings, cars, gold, land, houses, watches, and even website names. What are they called? Oh, domains.
Domains, yes, sir.
Yeah, that's what they're called. Yeah,
Yes.
hopefully that'll be interesting and
Yeah, I think
yeah,
it'll
I
be
think
interesting to get into all the different aspects and how it compares to Bitcoin and the
yeah,
aspects that, I mean, I'm sure some of them will have little aspects that are better than Bitcoin. Who knows? But very interesting. Certainly going to be something new for Satoshi Chat. So excited to
yeah.
talk about that.
All right, I think that'll wrap it up for this video. If you guys liked it, throw throw a like, throw a comment.
Make sure to
We'll definitely
subscribe.
respond. Yeah, make sure to subscribe. If you have any questions, ask it in the comments. We'll definitely reply to it. And yeah, peace.
Yeah, peace. Later.